Learning objectives. In this lesson, you would be learning about introduction and the following in details. History of forensics, rules of computer forensics, technology abuses affecting corporate and personal securities, defining cyber forensics investigation process, dividing force behind implementing corporate cyber, overview of cyber crimes.
Introduction to computer forensics.
What is computer forensics?
Computer forensics is the equivalent of surveying a crime scene or performing an autopsy on a victim. Application. It is involved with all aspects of an investigation. Benefits. It is concerned with a wide range of crimes and disputes such as fraud and theft. Computer forensics. History. Forensic roots from a Latin word forensic, which generally means a forum or discussion. Any criminal who has been charged with a crime is presented before an assembly of public folks. Both of the complainant and defendant are to present their sides through their own speeches. Forensic science subdivisions. Forensic pathology. Principles of medicine and determine a cause of death or injury. Forensic accounting. Study and interpretation of accounting evidence. Forensic anthropology. The recovery and identification of skeletonized human remains. Forensic archaeology. Combination of archaeological techniques and forensic science. Forensic chemistry. Detection and identification of illicit drugs, accelerants, etc. Forensic DNA analysis. Answer forensic questions such as paternity or maternity testing or placing.
Entomology. Around human remains to assist in determination of time or location of death.
Computer forensic timeline. 1970s. First crime cases involving computers, mainly financial fraud. 1980s. Norton Utilities. Unerase tool was created. Search. High-tech crime training was created. Regular classes began to be taught to federal agents in California and at FLETC in Georgia. Then HTCIA was formed in Southern California. 1984. FBI Magnetic Media Program was created. Later, it became as Computer Analysis and Response Team. 1987 Access Data, Cyber Forensic Company formed. 1988 Creation of IACIS, the International Association of Computer Investigative Specialists. In 1993, first International Conference on Computer Evidence held. 1995 International Organization on Computer Evidence was formed. 1997 The G8 countries in Moscow declared that law enforcement personnel must be trained and equipped to address high-tech crimes. In 1998, G8 appointed IICE to create international principles, guidelines, and procedures relating to digital evidence. In 1998, Interpol Forensic Science Symposium was held. 1999, FBI CART caseload exceeds 2,000 cases, examining 17 terabytes of data. In 2000, first FBI Regional Computer Forensic Laboratory was established. In 2003, FBI CART caseload exceeds 6,500 cases, examining 782 terabytes of data. Computer forensic and standards. Whenever possible, do not examine the original media. Write protect the original, copy it and examine only the copy. Use write blocking technology to preserve the original. Examination results should be reviewed by a supervisor. All hardware and software should be tested to ensure they produce accurate and reliable results. Forensic examiners must remain objective at all times. Forensics case work consists of 5 basic steps: preparation, collection, examination, analysis, and reporting. Process of computer forensics. Forensic computing is the process of identifying, preserving, analyzing, and presenting digital evidence in a manner that is legally acceptable. What is collection? The first phase in the process is to identify, label, record, and acquire data from the possible sources of relevant data. Application. Record the acquired data. What is examination? Examination involves forensically processing large amounts of collected data using a combination of automated and manual methods to assess and extract data of particular interest. Application. To assess and extract data. What is analysis? The next phase of the process is to analyze the results of the examination. It is performed by using legally justifiable methods and techniques. This is done to derive useful information that addresses the questions. This information are useful for performing the collection and examination. Application. To derive useful information from examination. What is reporting? The final phase is reporting the results of the analysis. It may include describing actions used. It has feature of explaining how tools and procedures were selected. Determination of what other actions need to be performed is the key. Providing recommendations for improvement of policies, guidelines, procedures, tools, and other aspects of the forensic process are also part of final phase. Application. Providing recommendations for improvement of policies, guidelines, procedures, and tools. Computer forensics investigation. Data recovery, password cracking, online investigation, expert testimony. What is cybercrime? The growing list of cybercrimes includes crimes that have been made possible by computers. They are such as network intrusions and the dissemination of computer viruses. It is also computer-based variations of existing crimes such as identity theft, stalking, bullying, and terrorism. Computer crime. The computer as a target, attacking the computers of others. Spreading viruses is an example. The computer as a weapon. Using a computer to commit traditional crime that we see in the physical world, such as fraud or illegal gambling. The computer as an accessory. Using a computer as a fancy filing cabinet to store illegal or stolen information. Overview of cybercrime. Computer crime refers to any crime that involves a computer and a network. The computer may have been used to carry out the crime, for example, in the case of stalking. It may be the target, for example, a virus. Examples of cybercrime. In June 2012, LinkedIn and Harmony had been attacked. It just has collapsed 65 million passwords. Then the Twitter is hacked and 250,000 passwords are leaked. Theft of telecommunications services has occurred. Communications channels were attached to create conspiracy. Telecommunications piracy was done by many agents. Sales and investment frauds have happened. Electronic fund transfer frauds were happened. Cybercrime problem. The telecommunications were attacked by electronic vandalism. It has paved way for terrorism and extortion. The fraud has continued to steal telecommunication services and piracy. Pornography and other offensive material were occurred. The other areas of fraud were occurred in telemarketing fraud, electronic fund transfer crime, and electronic money laundering. Types of job exist. On the other hand, many useful things were developed. Separate law enforcement was established. As a part of development, CIA and FBI were created. The local police department and sheriff were equipped well with modern equipments. Private sector jobs in information security was created. Separate cybertech official jobs were created in companies. The accounting firm had new jobs in technology field. The law firm had to get more technical people for handling the technical jobs. The topmost power filed of any country is military. It eventually had to field many technology people. They were doing survey using sophisticated equipments. Many intercepting jobs were created. qualities of a good investigator. There are needs of highest level of ethics. One has to be unbiased. One should have good documentation skills. One should be aware of when to call for help. One has to have a good communication skill.
Conclusion. Thus, we have learnt about introduction and the following in details. History of forensics, rules of computer forensics, technology abuses affecting corporate and personal securities, defining cyber forensics investigation process, dividing force behind implementing corporate cyber, overview of cyber crimes.